Welcome to a short sample of one of our manufacturing skills development training classes. In this case, I'm introducing you to the topic of overall equipment effectiveness, or OEE. My name is Dr. Al Pacino, and I'll be your instructor for this topic as part of the Incumbent Worker Skills Training to assist you in improving your current skills and enhancing your developing skills. I'll be providing you with an explanation of what OEE is, some of the critical aspects of OEE, and how your company can benefit from an overall equipment effectiveness program in manufacturing. The OEE metric combines the operation, maintenance, and management of manufacturing equipment and resources. We'll spend some time in this class talking about the benefits of OEE and the simple mathematical formula involved with the calculation of OEE. We'll then address and define what you can do to make very significant improvements in OEE to benefit the operation of your manufacturing line and the associated metrics. So, what does the measurement of OEE do for you? Essentially, it allows you to evaluate the effectiveness of a manufacturing operation being utilized. It can be considered to combine the operation of equipment, maintenance of the equipment, and the managing of your equipment and resources. This is a very important aspect of a smooth running, highly profitable, and high quality manufacturing production line. You need to be looking at one specific process when doing a calculation for OEE. One may think that you could look at an entire manufacturing process with the tool itself. Unfortunately, the numbers that you're going to come up with in the calculations will be muddled because you'll be looking at several different operations at once. Therefore, it's highly recommended that you stay on one operation from the beginning to the end. Collect data, make calculations, assess gaps, plan and implement improvements, and then move on to another piece of equipment. Overall equipment effectiveness allows you to evaluate the effectiveness of a manufacturing operation being utilized at a point in time. OEE is a measure of how well the assets work compared to their full potential. The very first stage in instituting OEE is to ensure that you have what's called a stable OEE. So what you want to do is have a stable process in place, not one that varies in quality, yield, throughput, or equipment availability. It needs to be reasonably stable. You want to establish an order for your OEE to be effective. Once an asset's effectiveness is stable and not impacted by some variability, you can proceed with the second stage of OEE improvement, which is the optimization stage. It can be carried out to begin to remove the chronic losses that you experience in your production process. We'll take a look at the top-level metrics for OEE. What does the OEE metric do for you? Well, it reports the overall utilization of a particular process and equipment. It, in turn, indicates the gap between your OEE and the ideal OEE performance. OEE quantifies how well a manufacturing process performs relative to the capacity it was designed for during the periods when it is scheduled to run. This is a very important point. If equipment is not scheduled to run, you should not take this time into account when calculating your OEE and not be penalized for this planned step in your process flow. Want to find out the specifics on how to implement OEE in your manufacturing facility? Please consider signing up your employees for the OEE class offered by Essential Manufacturing Concepts.